Welcome everyone, Simon here from the Wales of Wall Street. Really big topic here in front of us today. This comes off the back of the Digital Pound Foundation's update in the last few hours. The Bank of England opens applications for the proof of concept CBDC wallet. Now guys, we've been talking about this for a long time now. The integration of the new financial system, the conspiracy theory, aka CBDCs, is coming, whether we like it or not. We're going to go into the actual application page in a second off the government website here in the UK. But just to briefly mention a couple of things from this article right now. Simple guidelines for what the proof of concept wallet would have to achieve were outlined, with the wallet seemingly only needing to offer basic functionality such as sign-up process, a way to update details, and to display balances, transactions, and notifications. So this is very early stages, guys, of concept. I want to pinpoint something that we've been covering a long time now with the European Commission, where we've looked at various blockchains that want to be integrated into the system for the whole of Europe. We know that iota was one of those that have been picked and shortlisted over a 1 or 2 year trial period and concept period. So this is very similar concept and aspect, but in obviously the financial situation here in the UK, the Bank of England has directed and instructed this. So this is very, very interesting indeed. The wallet also has to demonstrate it can be loaded and unloaded with a CBDC, along with being able to request peer-to-peer payments for an account ID or QR code. This is where digital IDs are coming in, guys. DIDs, we mentioned this many times before, is a very unique keyword to get your heads wrapped around. Key deliverables for the project: creating a mobile app or for iOS or Android, a website for the wallet, and an example merchant website in the back-end infrastructure to serve the wallet website and apps, while also storing user data and transaction history. There's a bit more information here going into a bit more detail. No work has been done on a CBDC sample wallet, the bank said, and it will not develop a user wallet itself. So it's asking others to come in. It doesn't have the specialities or the people involved right now, and hasn't done since even with the Innovation Hub being created in London, I think a year ago, powered and headed arguably by Sunak, who's now the Prime Minister of the UK, conveniently now integrating a new CBD system. The BOE, Bank of England, did previously state that they were looking for CBDCs to launch by 2030. We know the new RTGS system, the new financial infrastructure, is being integrated right now, piloted around the world, integrated around the world. All banks are involved, including the compliance standardization of ISO 20022. But we know that November 2025 is a very unique date for that being integrated. This could be a very interesting next few years to come. What I wanted to bring into our minds, guys, think about the amount of wallets that are out there right now that will be absolutely chomping to the bit to be a part of this. So let's go here onto the government.uk digital marketplace, the Bank of England CBDC sample wallet proof of concept and research. 15 applications have been made so far, and they're incomplete. So they're obviously in progression of doing this. They're probably rushing it through because they'll definitely want to be a big part of this. This is a huge contract development. 9 SMEs, 6 large. I'm going to make the assumption that majority of these are probably blockchain related, obviously, as well as maybe some bigger financial institutions. We know things like JP Morgan, for example, have got their own coin in development and arguably utilizing their own blockchain. We know that there's some big companies out there utilizing things like Hyperledger Fabric, a unique enterprise blockchain that simply you cannot invest in right now. It is purely used for the likes of IBM and Microsoft, etc., Accenture, and so on and so forth. So big things here. Friday, 9th of December is when it opened. The deadline for asking questions is the 16th, so people or projects or companies have still got 2 days to ask what they need to do. Then the closing date for applications, 23rd. These guys are looking to do this pretty quick, guys. Very interesting indeed about IR35 compliance. This is very much to do with benefits and things, to be honest, and taxes. So I'm not quite sure why that's in there. Maybe it's just a generic template they're using. But summary of work, as we said, a sample wallet for a central bank digital currency. Latest start date, 16th of January. Expected contract length, 5 months to extend end date by one, with an option, to extend the end date by 1 month. So within this period between now and arguably June next year, which again conveniently fits in with a lot of piloting schemes as part of that new RTGS system, It looks like companies have got 6 months to integrate a concept, a proof of concept of this working. Whether they adopt one of those or utilize the information that they gathered to create their own is another question, albeit that we did just point out that they are looking to not do this themselves. So the organisation works for is Bank of England, and there's a budget range of £200,000. I'm assuming that is given to the winning or the best concept, proof of concept, to then go and create and initiate this in further development. Probably don't need much more of that because it's already probably involved. But here's another few interesting points here. In addition to supporting core CBDC functionality via its ledger and API, so probably the integration of DLT systems. BIS is something we cover a long time ago. Support the bank's work towards the BIS Innovation Hub's Project Rosalind. Now, Rosalind is one of the key projects like Helvetia, like Jura, like Dunbar that we've covered a multitude of times on this channel. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the videos at the end of this one and you will see the critical piloting systems across the world in conjunction with each other. And also each of these projects, by the way, do tend to conjure up a few different regions and nationalities within each of the projects. It's not always a global huge system. They're trying to do it in drips and drabs, right? So this is very much trying to integrate the front end with the Rosalind API. Very interesting. What is also interesting, support future exploration of further functionality which is out of scope here, e.g. offline payments or KYC processes for new users. Now, there's a big question mark around a lot of people's minds right now. Is KYC a good or a bad thing? And is this in conjunction with privacy and data and all the other things that we need to think about in terms of regulation and licensing and legislation? This is a question I'll be posing to the Digital Pound Foundation themselves when we do the interview with them, hopefully in the next week or two. It's been a very busy few weeks for everyone involved, and we do intend to get that done with them as soon as possible and definitely pick their brains on this. Key deliverables: wallet mobile app built on Android, iOS, we covered that already, a wallet website, i.e. browser, an example merchant website, and number 4 point, backend server to serve mobile app and website called the Core Ledger API and store user data and transaction history. So it's very much about the traceability and trackability of currency, finance, movement of money, whether it be domestically or institutionally as well. Wallet management, sign-up process, as we mentioned, it says here will not do KYC, including tiering and wallet types. So it's a bit hypocritical or maybe not so much matching up with information here, but we'll have to explore that a bit further. And what you'd expect from a wallet is all on here as well. The term of payments, i.e. how we pay another person or another company, all of that kind of functionality, as well as receiving information about the recipient of that, and anything to do with failures or freezing, unfreezing accounts and so on and so forth. Kind of all the things you expect in the bank right now, but a digitalized format. Who are the users and what are they needed and what they need to do, As a member of the CBDC technology team at the Bank of England, I need to be able to demonstrate a sample wallet solution integrated into the eventual CBDC payments API. As a member of the CBDC technology team, I need to understand the design considerations around sample wallet and receive the source code test documentation, compile products, and perpetual to modify, publish, and extend the wallet to support our future CBDC experimentation. So this is going to be going on for some time, guys, but it's a really, really massive step here in the UK. We're now seeing the critical first stages, proper stages of CBDC development and integration. We've got the piloting systems. We know the world's doing it. We know all the banks are working on this, but now we're seeing the actual utility being developed now, the actual using aspect of what we will be doing ourselves and as businesses moving forward. This is very, very interesting indeed. No work has been done on a sample wallet for a potential CBDC from the Bank of England's perspective and side of things, but they're very much interested in variations of different kind of people involved in this and different kind of companies, probably to get the best outcome possible. It's at alpha stage, so this is something where it's at the very beginning before you get beta stage, and then obviously the first testing runs in the real environments. Very interesting indeed. And it kind of looks like it's almost open to individuals as well, potentially. But as I said, in complete applications right now, 9 SMEs so far, small, medium enterprises, and 6 large corporations are already involved. Who are they? We have no idea. Are they allowed to say? Probably not. That's probably part of the NDA and everything like that, but we can probably speculate that is some of the major ones that we invest in and hold for sure, or you guys perhaps hold that I don't. And I think we've probably got a rough idea of the kind of companies that are going to get involved in this, right? And critically, thinking on that point as well, essential skills and experience, demonstrate experience developing digital payment wallets. Well, that kind of writes out any other company that's not involved in this already, pretty much. Mobile application, web development. We've covered a lot of wallets recently. Who knows? It could be XRP, their payment token and everything that they're doing wallet wise as well. It could be one of the other DeFi wallets already in production or already out there right now. Or it could indeed be a centralized one. It could be an exchange that's already listed or open already and wants to do this. Who knows? And it's going to be absolutely fascinating to see this development over the next 5-6 months, and hopefully in the 6 months' time, see which ones have actually been named and potentially shortlisted. Because that, and I've said this in many videos, I truly believe CBDCs will be the giant narrative that kickstarts the giant bull run leading up to 2025. I have this thing in my head. I just feel that. We've had NFTs, we've had Metaverse. What's the next big thing? Well, the financial institution of the world is a pretty big market, guys. We're talking about trillions upon trillions upon trillions of dollars worth of a market value revenue opportunity, both in trade, domestic, retail, enterprise, you name it. It's huge. And if CBDCs are to be entering our vicinity, which they are, we can see this now properly. This, I believe, truly believe this is going to be the catalyst, which will knock out a majority of the crypto assets out there, majority of the projects, and it will just purely focus on the ones that are of institutional utility. That's what I believe. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Proposal criteria, there's a load of interesting information here again about requirements for you as a company or a person being involved in this particular application process and the utilization of creating something. As you could expect, this is a humongous protocol to be following and a humongous opportunity as a potential business revenue to be powering a CBDC here in the UK via the Bank of England. This is unprecedented, guys, like how big this is moving forward. Absolutely huge opportunity. Maybe I'll just apply for a laugh and see what kind of emails and contacts information I get back from it. But hopefully we'll get a bit more information through the Digital Pound Foundation, their team, when we do the interview. But I am going to reach out to a couple of people I know at Bank of England and see if we get any extra information from them as well. But guys, I thought I'd bring this to your attention because I think this is a humongous opportunity and something we really, really must keep our eyes on. Big reforms coming in that we covered on the YouTube shorts the other day about the establishment of CBDCs and the integration of a new financial world, a new financial system, perhaps even a new financial new world order. Who knows? But this is for sure a huge development and a huge exciting thing to really keep our eyes on. Let us know what you think in the comments below. I'm going to stop this video right there. Absolutely brilliant. Let's see you in the next big topic update video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.